Welcome to How to Truck 101. Few tips on how to get and stay off the Bonehead Truckers channel, not to end up on it, actually. 1, do proper pre-trip. Okay? 2, don't wear flip-flops at your shippers and receivers. And don't be blocking up the fuel islands. You fuel, you pull forward. You got 10 minutes, 15 at the top most. And then you leave. If you're going to take more than 10 minutes to go get a Subway sandwich or McDonald's, go park. Okay? Don't be blocking up the cat scales or any other scales. Don't park on them. Don't slide your tandems on them, because it's just going to tear up your equipment. Okay? Stop throwing your trash outside. And wear a headset while, if you're going to talk on the phone while you're driving. Don't have the phone in your hand. It's dangerous. It's illegal. It's unsafe. Okay? Clean clothes. It doesn't matter if it's a t-shirt, pair of shorts, or whatever. Socks or shoes. At the very least. Work boots. Use gloves when you're fueling. Shave, bathe, things of that nature. Be calm and courteous and professional, and watch out for your fellow truck drivers. Don't be cutting people off. Don't be tailgating. Keep your eyes on the road. Keep it between the lines. Stay out of the ditches. Don't hit bridges. Don't do the dumb stuff that we see out here on these roads, okay? Just don't do it. Be safe while driving down the road, because you got 80,000 pounds of equipment that you're responsible for. What if you're an owner operator, lease purchase, or company driver? Okay, so we don't be doing that dumb stuff and watching Bonehead Truckers while you're driving down the road. That's dangerous. And don't even watch my channel while you're driving down the road. Do that while you're parked. Okay? What if it's in a truck stop or rest area? Always leave yourself an out. Slow her down in the rain and snow and black ice, things of that nature. Plan your routes, secure your loads, and just have a good time driving down the road. Yes, it is fun driving these trucks down the road. And then seeing all the kids out there wanting you to honk your horn. Okay? Because that's your future generation of world leaders. And that's your future generation of truck drivers. Okay? Show your respect for each other out here on the road. And don't be taking up 2-3 spots if you're not an oversized. I understand that these truck stops do not have adequate parking for the oversized, okay? But if you got one truck, one trailer, take up one spot. Okay? Back it in, because it's safer than backing out of a parking lot. If you're parked and nosed in because you got a reefer or loud generator or whatever, I can understand you wanting to nose in, whatever, but it's just completely unsafe to back out of that parking space, especially if that parking space is directly lined with the fuel lines. And there is good ways to make money in this industry. It's just hard. What if you're a company driver at Swift or Knight, JB Hunt, or what have you, or even Western Express, at that matter, you can make money. Keep your left door shut. Those wheels moving. Clean up after yourselves. Be kind and courteous to your shippers and receivers, because those shippers and receivers are going to relay it back to your company and say, hey, this guy was rude to me. He came up smelling like a sewer. And he wore flip-flops, even though we have rules about the flip-flops. And they're going to tell your company, don't send this driver back. And that's how you're going to end up on bonehead truckers. Okay? So, just don't do that. Just be calm, cool, collected, and courteous. If they're going to tell you it's going to take a few hours to load you, okay, I'll be here. I'll be in my truck. I'll be waiting. Here's my phone number, my truck number. I'll be over here. But when you go to backing up into a parking space, especially at a truck stop, these parking spaces are close to each other. They're really tight. Lack of room. A lot of them. Get out and look. Just do it. Don't be afraid to ask a fellow truck driver to spot you while backing up. Okay? Just don't. Most truck drivers will look out for after other truck drivers because we're professional. I mean, we're held at a higher standard. And another thing, have you a CB radio? Okay? That's my CB radio. Have it turned on and turned up. That right there can save you a lot of time and hassle, because they could be telling you that there's a traffic jam in front of you because of a bad accident or black ice or whatever, or some idiot four-wheeler driver who clearly doesn't know what he's doing behind the wheel caused an accident or something, or some bonehead truck driver wearing the flip-flops driving with the white ball of mafia, or Swift or Snyder or JB Hunt or even Western Express, if that matter, wasn't paying attention to where they were going and it was an accident. I hope that was not the case out there, and obey the speed limits in the construction zones. Those people are out there doing their job. They have families to go home to. We have families to go home to. Be safe. Okay, just look out for one another. Check your oil, check your tires, check your brakes. Do a tug test. Don't be dropping your trailers, because that's a way to end up on bonehead truckers. There are too many dash cameras, too many cell phone cameras, and somebody out there always willing to record and make you famous. What if it's on bonehead truckers or other YouTube channels that make fun of the dumb stuff that we see out here on the roads? Me, my channel, I'd like to be able to keep, interview fellow truck drivers and get their stories, because we have some stories out there. A lot of you teenagers or young kids might find that boring, but we don't find it boring, because those are interesting stories, because we have some good laughs about our stories. Like, pulling off on the side of the road, rest area somewhere, and decide to turn your truck off, roll your windows down, and lay down, take a nap, and wake up a couple hours later and find your seats in your truck covered in snow, and it came out unexpectedly, because that's just how weather is. It's unpredictable. There's a little thing on your phone called the weather app. Okay, that thing right there could tell you what your weather is outside. If it's going to rain, if it's going to snow, if the sun is shining. Another good useful tip is called 511. That could tell you about road closures, construction zones. It's school zones, low clearance bridges, things of that nature. And one other thing, and this is a dying thing. You're gonna see. It's a dying thing. This generation drivers, more likely steering wheel holders, never learned how to read one of these. This is a road atlas for truckers. This right here will tell you where all of your low clearance bridges are, restricted routes that do not allow trucks on those roads, the distance between one city to the next, and all the routes that you can go on. That right there could tell you where all the way stations are. Trucker Path app can tell you where all the rest areas, all the truck stops, and all the way stations. It will let you know if they're open or closed. And if they're open, as long as you're doing your pre-trip properly and keeping in contact with your dispatchers in your shop about your tires, about your brakes, about your lights, things of that nature, they can pretty much save you a lot of time and hassle by not getting shut down at a way station. Okay? If you didn't do a proper pre-trip and you got a tire that blew and you just left your shipper and you went to a way station and that tire blows, guess who's going to pay that ticket? You, the driver. Not your company. You. Because you didn't do a proper pre-trip on that truck or on that trailer. Okay? So, do those pre-trips. Do your walk-arounds. When you stop to get fuel, or you stop to use the bathroom, or get you a cheeseburger or Subway sandwich or soda, coffee, whatever. Do that walk around. Check those tires. Check your brakes. Check that oil, that coolant, the washer fluid. Check everything. Don't get set in a mindset and get, where you just just look, not even barely looking, and say, oh, this guy here, let's just go. Because it is your job to check that truck, to check that trailer. You're responsible for the safety of yourself, of your truck and trailer, and your fellow motorists around you. We all have families. Some of us got kids, some of us got grandkids, and so on. So, proper pre-trip, checking your load, make sure you have all the proper documents and proper permits. It goes a long way. And then when you do get in the way station, you get pulled in the back, have your bill of lading. Have your permit book, your truck registration, your insurance card, and all the other permits, current and up to date. Trailer registration, current and up to date and legible. All that good stuff. That right there is going to save you a lot of time and hassle. Because if you have it all clean, legible, in your hand, with your bill of lading, with your license, medical card, and your long form physical, all your ducks in a row, you're going to impress that DOT officer. And keep the inside of your truck clean, because that's your office. That's your home away from home. That's your living quarters. Okay? Keep that truck clean. You know, I understand that, you're a company driver and your trucking company doesn't pay for truck washers at the Blue Beacon. And they maybe only have the one terminal that has a truck wash. I'm trying to make sure you get truck washed at least once a month. At the very least, keep the inside cleaned up. Okay? Obey the speed limits, stop signs, yield signs, all your street signs. Don't be turning down the roads where trucks not allowed. And watch out for those bridges. Don't be a swifty swept. Don't hit bridges. Be safe, and I'll see you on the road.